Subconsciously, every time I smoke, I was hoping my life to be different by the time when I finished that cigarette. My breakthrough moment came to me when I recognized that every time I smoke, I had this unspoken expectation that as one cigarette could never fulfill. This time of the year, we think back to our most important goals and explore new ways to achieve them. And I know that for many of you, one of those goals is to quit smoking. I've been there. Maybe some of you will be surprised to learn that I was a smoker a couple of years ago. While I wasn't smoking heavily, I was still an addict. Like many of you, I tried to quit multiple times just to find myself returning to it. Then one day, I had a realization, a big breakthrough moment. And once I internalized that insight, I was smoke-free within days. Hello, I'm Begum, and if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we're talking about connecting with your spiritual self in order to achieve amazing results in the 3D world we live in. As you already probably know that there are deeper reasons why we do what we do, and smoking is no exception. Most people don't smoke just because they are addicted to nicotine. Over time, it becomes more than a habit, it becomes a lifestyle for them. Your cigarette is your companion, it becomes your reward in between emails, in between Zoom calls, it becomes a great complement with your morning coffee. It becomes like a lifestyle for you, more than a habit. And because smoking becomes so intertwined with your current lifestyle, you need more than willpower to break that habit. You almost need to change your whole lifestyle and the identity you created around that lifestyle. The key to lasting change is to change your identity. You cannot make a new habit stick with you without changing your personality to become someone new, someone who is free of that old habit. A more esoteric way to understand this comes from Bashar, and he says that be the person who never smoked to begin with so that you will not have to quit. In other words, when someone stops smoking, they don't just simply quit smoking, but they become a version of themselves who never have smoked in the first place. It might sound complex, but stay with me. The quantum theory suggests that the versions of you who is a smoker and a non-smoker, they exist simultaneously. The reason why you are a smoker right now is because you are giving more attention to that version of you through your feelings, with your thoughts, and with the actions that you take, rather than giving more attention to the version of you who is a non-smoker. In essence, you are reinforcing the version of you who is a smoker rather than focusing your attention to the version of you who is free from it. Before I share my breakthrough with you, I want to ask you one question. Do you truly want to quit? And please give this question an honest answer. And if your answer is a resounding yes, then enjoy the rest of this video. Because there is one thing which is very important. Because sometimes quitting is as simple as recognizing that if you really wanted to, you would. We sometimes lose our sleep over things that we couldn't do and how I can do it, what should I do, then just to realize that we actually really don't want to do it. Sometimes we shouldn't overcomplicate things more than they need to. Now let's talk about my realization that finally set me free. My breakthrough moment came to me when I recognized that every time I smoke, I had this unspoken expectation with a cigarette that as one cigarette could never fulfill. I wasn't just lighting up for the nicotine, I was expecting something deeper. I was expecting and looking for more joy, a deeper meaning in my life, a temporary escape from my more stagnant life. All of these actually, like a smoke cannot fulfill. I was hoping to cigarette to give me more meaning or to make a change for me instead of me doing it for myself. Subconsciously, every time I smoke, I was hoping my life to be different by the time when I finished that cigarette. It was as if time stood still while I was smoking. just to give me a momentary pause to get prepared for my big leap, which will come after when I finish that cigarette. I was unknowingly using cigarette as a placeholder to delay the actions that I need to take and tricking myself to think that I'm still making progress. You can reflect on your own story. Does this relate with you as well? You can ask yourself these questions. What do you expect smoking to resolve for you that it never can? What meaning do you attach to smoking? What thoughts go through your mind while you're smoking? Do you feel like you're rewarding yourself for something that you accomplished with a cigarette? Recognize here that it is a false sense of rewarding. We are about to finish here because these questions are deep enough to contemplate, so I don't want to force you even more. But just one closing words. The moment when I burst my own bubble about smoking and when I recognized that now I'm smoking, a few minutes ago I wasn't smoking, and when I finish the cigarette, nothing is going to change in my life. So this kind of like a line in between, a break moment in between, like a reward that I give myself with a cigarette, has nothing to do with the quality of my life. When I recognize that, everything has shifted for me. Okay, there's one more thing that I really want to share it with you here that has tremendously helped me along my journey of quitting smoking, and that is an application called Kwit. It's not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just wanted to share everything that has helped me on this journey of quitting smoking. Kwit app was my favorite, to be honest. It's a great example for habit tracking. This application was my number one companion during the time I was releasing my smoking habit and my smoker identity. In this application, basically you input the day and the time you quit smoking and how many cigarettes, or hopefully not, but how many packs a day you were smoking and how much a pack costs. Then the app makes some calculations every day to show you how much you have saved and how much cigarettes you have not smoked until now. However, there's another wonderful feature of this app, which was my main reason to come back and check it multiple times a day. Starting from the first minutes, actually, you stopped smoking, app shows you what is your body going through at that moment. Health section, the minute you stop smoking, for example, your blood oxygenation returns to normal, your risk of heart attacks starts to decrease, and then the third milestone, you have not inhaled 2 grams of carbon monoxide and things like that. But this section, for example, it shows you your breath is starting to get better now, and then the next milestone in a few the next day is smoking related pimples are getting disappear, the bags under your eyes are starting to get smaller, lungs, for example, the cough may appear for 2, 3 or 4 weeks. It is your body that is cleaning itself up, so it just gives you information about the kind of changes that your body is going through. So you breathe easier, you have not ingested 1 gram of tar. This is amazing, actually. This one is really amazing. You have gained 1 day of life expectancy. You have gained 2 days of life expectancy. If we consider that it took 4 minutes to smoke a cigarette, you have gained 1 day to do something else because you're not smoking anymore. And for the ecological purposes, this is also a great feature. You have saved 60 liters of water. That is the equivalent of a 5-minute shower. To be honest, this application was my accountability partner during that time. Back then I was using its premium version and I had all the features available for me. So now you see some premium features blurred. I don't use the premium feature anymore because I don't need it. I'm smoke free. Well, to be honest, this application was my accountability partner and I just wanted to share it with you. Maybe you also want to go and check and give it a chance, because it was really motivating for me to see what's happening in my body, what's happening with my financial, what's happening with the world, what's happening with my lungs and all, and also what is going to happen the next day, what kind of features that I will unlock, what kind of changes that's gonna happen in my body. So that was very motivating for me, and as I said, this application was like an accountability partner for me. And many times I didn't lit that cigarette just because I want to get rid of the pimples, which is gonna unlock in like three days, I don't know, and things like that. So these are small changes, these are small things, but they can really make us go the extra mile and can really be effective on our journey. So I just wanted to share that small information with you as well. Thank you for sticking till the end. Just as something can be hard to quit, it can also be hard to stick with. And I know for many of you in this community, meditation is something you truly want to turn it into a regular practice for you, but somehow it doesn't stick with you. If that resonates with you, then I highly suggest you to check this video out, and then I'll see you in the next one. And until then, please take care.